Okay, so thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. A special shout out to Mr. Musanje for joining us today after a long time of being AWO or AWO or absent without leave.
Yeah.
And of course, we got Macha coming all the way from the UK. And we have our very own house, former PS, Vakazia. And gentlemen, we welcome you and welcome everybody that will be watching. And of course, we've got so many topics to discuss today. The first topic at hand, actually, the burning issue. I'm sure you gentlemen, you heard about the issue about the allegedly $77 million deal that Mark Simuuwe is involved in, the propaganda that's been, propagated by, of course, the PF machinery, Mr. Mwamba and the group and Makebi Zulu and everybody called the Tonse PF, whatever they call themselves. And let's discuss on that one, because I was watching his interview yesterday. He strongly disagreed with it and strongly said, even if I had a business arrangement with FRA or ZNS, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing illegal about it. But what they're saying is not true. Now, I may start with you, Vakazia, because you have a different opinion on this one. So let's hear from you what you want to say. And then we'll go to Macha and then Musanje. Vakazia, you strongly believe that Mark Simuuwe is corrupt? Is that what you were saying? Or what was it? What were you talking about?
I've not yet passed that verdict. The verdict to say he's corrupt has to be after he answers a few questions. If he answers those questions, then the corruption would be either conferred on him or not. The questions that we have is that, are those factors, are those figures correct in the eyes of Marx? If the figures are correct, why did Marx fail to pay? Has he given the reasons why he failed to pay?
He has.
What are the reasons for his failure to pay?
No, he has given reasons why that is not wrong. Why the figures, first of all, are wrong. And secondly, he does not owe. He doesn't owe either Ego Milling or ZNS that kind of money. So those are all false accusations. If you watched his interview, he explicitly explained that.
That does not answer the questions that I'm asking.
No, I'm asking. He said he doesn't owe.
Is the figure correct?
No, he doesn't owe.
Okay. If
why
he
hasn't
says
you be agreeing to a figure when you don't owe? It's too much in mwenjo chanda mwalinkwa nkongole ya $10. But chankongola po ine na mekwatira chani nkongole chakongola.
First of all, Mark is raising what everybody knows is not a problem. He was raising the fact that it is not illegal to do business with the government. Nobody has ever confirmed that it is an illegality. It is changing a conversation to what you want to fit and then start conversating that. The critical questions are that, number one, is that document fake? Is it a fake document? Is it denying that that document doesn't exist? And the position that has been given on that document is not his. If the document is fake, everything else is fake after that. I would agree to say, hey, wait a minute. Marx is innocent because this document is fake. It doesn't exist. This company doesn't exist. He has not done business with that big company. Then the other second thing is that if he says no, if the document is correct, we take it. Is he the author of that document? And if he's the author of that document, what are the other steps that have happened thereafter? Now, in that document, it is alleging that Marx is demanding that money. Was that money given? Or has he paid that money that now is okay? So he has to answer to those. Not where you are having an interview, you are generating your own questions and then answering them in the interview. And they say, no, questions are very straightforward. Mark, is this document yours? Do you know it? Yes. Tell us more about the document. If it is not, it is fake, it doesn't exist, then now other things start now. What? Oh, who created that document? Who manufactured it on his behalf? Because then Marx has nothing to do with it. But in Golesu in a document, Jama contents, you are questioning them. But they are there. It doesn't exonerate you. And then number two, when people ask you questions, then you start threatening them with lawsuits. Oh, police, I'm going to take you. No. The police must take interest in investigating you and clear you, not you threatening people that are exposing you for what you've done. No, you don't scare them. You don't use scare tactics on innocent Zambians because they are questioning what they are seeing. And you, they will question you. Remember on the forum, I told him, you are a leader. You are a leader right now. You are a leader there. What comes out of your mouth, people listen to it. They will take it, one, as a party policy and government policy, because you represent the party in government. Today, there is another accusation on him. I was just reading it about, they're saying it is online. I don't know how true it is. I cannot verify if it is true or not. They are saying he got 15 million kwacha from his CDF using different companies and he must pay back. That is what they are being accused on him. Even that he needs to explain. Not you simply answer to the questions. Give straight information. Chapwa. Don't go to the next thing when you're in public office. I don't want to do that. No, if you tell me I'm going to cyber security, no, there's nothing like that. Simply provide answers. And then people decide from the answers that you've given, whether they are convinced or they're not convinced. Those that are not convinced, it is their problem. Those that are convinced, it is also their problem. You, they put the situation in the correct perspective. It is upire. This is propaganda. How can you create everything? All about propaganda. So I think Marx needs to do a better job than what he's doing right now. Right now, the guilt is always afraid, and it is showing around him.
Yeah. Ramacha.
My first take on Mark's issue is whatever companies he has, are they tax compliant? Number one. If they are paying tax to government, whatever business is doing, he's paying back his correct taxes, I have no problem with that. If he has a case, that can be ably handled by investigative agencies, investigative wings, because all businesses in Zambia should be legal and they should be doing the right thing. If they have where they can get money or they can borrow money, it should be justifiable. Is it the right source for that borrowing? Was it meant for the purpose it was given for? If that is the answered, I have no problem with him getting loans. If the source is okay, it's within the law, I have no problem. His company is paying tax, I have no problem because he's contributing to the national treasury. He's a Zambian, he can do business. I rest my case.
Thank you. Dr. Musanje.
I have not followed this case very well, but I'll concur with Ramacha that if everything is clean on the paper, that is paying taxes like any other Zambian, he's free to get a contract from the same government that he serves, as long as he's paying the taxes, and there's nothing sinister about the issue. Otherwise, personally, I am actually hearing this issue for the first time today. Like I said, I use the term that I'm on the ground with the presidential and my young brother's campaign in Zambia.
Fantastic. Dr. Danny, welcome to the show. Hola, amigo. Dr. Danny, are you there? Or you muted? Or he's dropped out again?
What's under? The question that I have is this. The conversation, my understanding is that this conversation is not about the legitimacy of Mark Simuuwe doing business and the company being compliant to the taxes and everything. That is not the question that we want, because that is his legitimate right as a Zambian. And
what is
the question? I may have misunderstood. What is the question? Can you repeat it again?
The question is that document that Mark Simuuwe is being accused of having gotten money and not paid correct? Is it
right? Let us understand. Is it correct?
Okay.
Yes,
because there are people just sometimes if you are in the limelight, they will come after you. Me, I've been accused of stealing an uncle's will, which I didn't even know where it was.
That is the question, Dr. Musanje. Is that document correct from where he's standing? Or is it
let us know. So how can we get to know? I'm also getting interested in this issue now.
Well, let's do this. Why don't we welcome Dr. Danny? Dr. Danny, are you there now?
I'm here.
Okay. You just met us when we were discussing the first topic. And that's the issue of...
Dr. Danny Liswaniso, where have you been?
It's you to ask that question. Where
you're the one who's been away.
I am on the ground there campaigning for your friend.
I know. I'm also campaigning with him in spirit.
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Danny, the issue here, the question is the legitimacy of the document that's been circulating, allegedly, saying that Mark Simuuwe owes ZNS or Ego Milling about 77 million. And I'm sure you've been following it up in the news and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I don't know, what's your take on that one? What do you think? What's going on here?
To me,
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the saying which says you can't hide money.
Mm-hmm.
When you have money, regardless of unless you are a monk, but otherwise, when you have money, it will show.
It will show.
Yeah? So if Mark Simuuwe had really those 77 million kwacha he had or something, people would have seen the change of life. His life would have changed. There's no way you can hide that type of money from the public. One way or the other, people would have seen him driving different cars, living in different types of homes, and going to Dubai shopping every time or something like that. So to me, the fact that nobody mentioned his change of lifestyle or whatever he's doing, to me, it's a red flag that thing might not be true. And also he has come on national television. He has gone for so many interviews. I've seen one interview where he was telling them about I think it's Prime TV. He was explaining to them about the signature and all that type of thing. That can someone show us that original document? Where is it? Because what was published, it cannot be traced. There's no one who has an original document. So sometimes the courts will always make judgment on original documents, not photocopies, which nobody has ever produced an original document ever. So I think it in that aspect, I think it's somehow vindictive actions. There are people that are against him because as far as he's concerned, he said, I'm living in the same house, I'm driving the same car I used to drive, I'm wearing the same clothes, I've never changed. You can't hide money. You can't. It's impossible. Thank you.
Yeah, that's correct. I trust whatever Daniel is saying.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we are welcomed by Mary Mafia. Welcome by Mary Mafia to the show. And, how are the campaigns going on there?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Volume really low.
No, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hello.
Hello. Can everybody else hear her?
There's some noise. Can we mute if we are not speaking?
Yeah, let's mute ourselves if we're not speaking. And then I don't know, but Mary, are you? Oh, you're outside Kunganda.
Hello, Nachwela Panachiba Kuchiro Ninkwate Chilo, Banko Nava, Fasolo na
Oh, sorry.
Nachwela.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Condolences, madam.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. So we can hear you. So you can go ahead and just give us the update on your campaigns and everything. What's been going on?
The campaigns are going well.
Mm-hmm.
Despite some challenges with the Tonsi, they are giving us problems.
What are they doing?
Wherever you go, they'll start following you with their thugs, their cadres, I mean. Even on a Friday, they interrupted my campaign.
Wow.
I think you saw on FB. They crashed with our boys and they started fighting at Shebon.
Do you get any security?
Sorry?
Do you get any security?
Ingwena ba kali balisa kwata plan ya kwebatsi pila batse kulwansha the previous day pila batse kulwansha ba kumana na ba UPND ba lwa ba ocha kuna secretariat then kunwa besu nabo kuno ba umfobo biso balisa kumana pa Shebon yesterday pa Friday yesterday kwaba ne utufyongo batu bakone myoto bamba security babekata kuno kubekata so lero bachi ba mu area mwandi muchambole nomba chachi bipa banko na bafaso ine na chisafu mana ya kuchiriro so na chilabwera nishi bapusha ma programs ya otherwise abantu bali tupera ma programs.
So they are still violent, tabachinga.
Tabaka change, they'll never change.
But do you
they'll never change.
Do you have statistics on the presidential campaign over there?
Is that motor what Brenda Musebo balenda nama myoto kairo bale imba tuma they are being followed by these little children around. Is that the way they are doing their campaign, with just driving around the streets and blasting the music and stuff like that? Is that their methodology? Tabeka la panchi.
Destination.
Most of the times ma motoka bale pita. Lelo bachikwata kufika radio potuambira kukwata ma campaign, but if wenga tuli mu campaign usakile constituency. Tulenda door to door, then potwasanga abantu twayimina twasako interact na bena twabalanda ko nabo fish mrefu ayiro kuchinja tufumie po ipa byumo abapo akokola sana 10 years tapapo fast deliver. Most of the times I temokulanda ati I am a project mona. I just use my own money, my pocket money. But what about the CDF?
Yeah,
which
CDF
it gets from Cycle constituency. Ababa nesuku bala bomba. Kulina ma projects ere munikano kumunikate bale bomba. They get some money, but tatwa ishbaena if ya bombele if amenshi tabato pera. Thing if you twachula then alela that level 1 hospital ewakula. Ilia it was just a gift from the Japanese Chambri Hospital level 1. So kulina project ya menshi ya ambaba presidents. Apa ambili ati nimpiesha kwesha mtumba. Kwa hata papene hapa epa letelena ma confusions hapa. Achila moko bepo bofi. So epa dutuma frictions fetu wa luvana hapa. Then nga umfuati ukoko tuwapita abantu ba isabengi. Nishibatuma kwa mathags yabo. kwesa mkuchita interrupt ma programs yesu so katuishi mwanzini ma presidents besu bali kwa chisholo otherwise kili abali mu 2021 ngeinoshita awenganika tuishi mwandeni.
Okay.
ama thugs ayo wabomfya nshi pali nomba testi inshi wabomfya nga baya okutumana ati ma thugs bakwata mabwe ma knife mapanga bafwaletea chani
Bala kwate filifyonse then apa bambire nga basanga pali ba UPND bala tumapo mathags yabo bafwana ama t-shirt ya UPND basa mukisa pretend kwati ni fuewo palapene babushoro birwamba nokuma abantu fire muneka wakati ba UPND bale mu abantu so lelo bachira konka fyokula konka fyo mwana chisa mkunsenda sio kuchiriro nombasanga ninja kale so moto kaya chiba stranger afumine kulusaka mambo kumkonko basa muna yasa afika pamie so fya tumine phone mwani shire tsika mien community ifo batu konka sana na tsala abo bantu abo muibonfya na route mwachibonfya mupite ya kumbi no mwala ba safe otherwise abo bantu bali bwino kai ifo ba ishwa twesta spire then you likona background fya ufoko kushita intimidate pakowe bati baluishefye chukwa bakalenda limbi bakuste disqualify nombe fyo tafya bombe okuchinja kwena tufurefe twachinja batuchusha sana babantu abapafula tukwate ko Musaikile constituency MP wesu chivesa katai bameya tukwate abesu kansela nawo tukwate wesu kuli ba president kuli problem kwacho tulerusha feni MP mayor kansela
Japo chivesa katai my good friend
so nakumlepo ya mlepo ya suti
suti yapo yo tulebombera po fyo tulesa na educate abantu kubota
nomba ndefu anjipsheko chini chimomayo nomba suti mlepo ya suti nga pakati pambi ili wrong size but same color umbya kwetu ka skin tight kakatira kumuviri tawa kuti ave ya ready but nomba akakufuala tabakavirire bwino mle chimona shani
ba independent banani ni banani abolela
suti from top to down
stop
of course
speaking in parables. You are not Jesus.
all those four, the president, the MP, the councillor, whatever, they want a suit. Now, what if one of those is a liability? What can be done? They insist that we want a suit. No, but we even know very well in the community, but you is a liability. What can be done?
Como está panobite? Tefa varela ndabasaka. It needs to be panobite do. Waya mwichefesha. Waya vatera vaichefyako panono. Olonga inono vaikushako pano.
Namo shivaji. Efo teona wirecharu efo finefyo. If you are
hello, Mary Mofia. I have a question to ask. Are you a candidate?
Okay, if I can get you.
Are you a candidate? And if so, please.
Oh, I
didn't hear.
Hello?
Let's go.
No, I don't know the
comment.
Yeah, I don't know Mofia.
Hello?
So I just wanted to find out who she is. I've been.
Mofia, maybe give a brief background. She's been here a couple of times. Maybe just give a brief background for people that may not know you. Your position and what you're doing and your UPND aspiration. She's a UPND, through and through. So, Nico, just brief, not too long, just brief.
You want me to do? A network, nice, super.
Mary, which the log in and log off. Which the log off and then log in.
Okay.
Okay, gentlemen. So,
you see, if you are Masuti, one of the things that is how we want to destroy our country. There's nothing wrong with Povima Karovo. There's nothing wrong with the way he has done Usagi. He's just a very strong contender. He's a very, very strong contender. That I can tell you for a fact. Pavuma has been in that constituency and has worked very well with people. That is why it's very difficult to go up. But if you have a message that resonates, then people can take him out. Then number two, on political violence, we know Binwell was there, right there. At a report, people were seen breaking the law. Why not arrest the law breakers? If you talk about no tabaka, the president was very instructive, and he has been from 2021. If you are violent, if you commit crime, you're where? You're on your own.
On your own. Yes, that is very clear.
People are ready to break people's vehicles in the presence of the police, and then they take off. How come people are able to beat Garry Nkombo and they take off? He becomes a victim. How can you explain to any Zambian who is able to respect the on your own statement? If people were dealt with, if you have violence in a country, give examples. There must be examples of political violence. That this is not a Zambia that we desire. It's a Zambia that you guys fought for. But the level of violence, there is no way it should be acceptable in a modern democratic dispensation. And the Zambians agreed with you by taking out PF, who have unfortunately have come back to be in your alliance. How many members of parliament in the last cabinet, in the last PF cabinet, that are you now members of parliament that you have endorsed, including 2 presidents? So when you talk, let it be accompanied by action. There's too much talk rather than action. This is why Musanja, I told you to say, for Joseph, he doesn't just talk, he accompanies it with action. When you talk about boreholes, you're going to find them in the community. He will not say, boreholes, then the next thing, there's no water in the community. No, you will find him with the people on the ground. So if people in keeping the police, then you come and say, no, what are you telling those UPND guys that have changed? Maybe they moved from PF to UPND and they're beating people. What message are you giving them? If UPND is not in power, they will still change and go to another party and still continue beating, harassing innocent Zambians. Why are you not arresting them? Let's deal with law breakers straight and forward. If you are UPND by PF, the law breaker is a law breaker. Let him be dealt with and be shown as an example.
Yes.
Not what we are having. You are giving us rhetorics, guys.
Okay, I agree with Wachandagazia for the first time in 100 years. Thank you.
Okay, no, he's got some points there. He's got some points, clear points, and of course, the fact of the matter is this: we all know that the PF or Tonse, I know what Macha was saying. No, don't specify. But look, I think we need to call a spade and let's sugarcoat issues here. We all know that these guys have always been violent. They have always been raising pangas for the longest time. And what they're doing now is they're going into UPND, changing the shirts. Bafwala UPND, violent UPND. And then people are saying that, UPND is violent. But those same guys from PF who have joined UPND.
Why are you giving them the t-shirts? Why are you giving them your regard?
This is a PF. It's a political party. A political party. We accepting everybody. We don't deny anybody. Anybody can come and join. But intention, I may not know. But hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me just finish this point. you may not what you call it see somebody's heart when I join an organization. You may not know somebody's heart. You may not see inside their heart. You just accept as a party. I mean, there's no way you can say, how are you? Because you're a PF, we don't want you here. We accept everybody. But we don't know what's in your heart. What are your intentions? Are you a political plant? Are you a spy? We don't know those. Have you been sent? Okay? So most of these people that are joining from the PF, they are plants. And what the mission that we know their secrets. What they did, they drew up a plan to say, we'll disrupt the UPND in this manner. So this is one of the tactics. This is one of the plans. This is one of those secret plans that they've been having. So they're bringing in the PF, violent people in the UPND, wearing UPND, and they start creating confusion.
I've seen a T-shirt, I've seen a T-shirt, UPND T-shirt, which says HH, we are baby, and it's red. And there were about 6 people wearing it.
Wow.
Yeah. It is a UPND T-shirt, but it's written UP at HH, where they said HH in 2010, they said HH, we are baby. So talking about who gave them the T-shirts, it's very easy to get T-shirts. We don't vet people when they're getting T-shirts. When you're at a rally, they just throw T-shirts all over. There's nothing like, oh, show us your party identity. But no, there's nothing like that. That thing of saying who gave them, anybody can. Our friend Oscar is here. He was showing us how many T-shirts he collected yesterday. 5 of them, 6 of them from different rallies. So when you're at the rally, you can just collect. There's nobody.
I think those T-shirts, they must have serial numbers, I think, to help us.
A question.
That's not becoming more complicated, Wamacha.
Why is it that, okay, if I get a T-shirt fraudulently or whatever, why is it that I'm not arrested in the same T-shirt I'm committing crimes? Because the character will be reviewed after you've gotten something. If you have gotten a UPND T-shirt and I start to beat you up, I must be arrested even if I'm in a UPND T-shirt. The T-shirt should not be an immunity to commit crime. You understand? So, my character will be reviewed when I attack an innocent person. That is when I must be arrested together with the T-shirt, because the T-shirt doesn't commit a crime on its own. It is an individual behind the T-shirt. What is it that the individual in this red go? They are committing crime, but why? Why arrest together? Where got the T-shirt from? Probably.
All right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we let Mary Mokia explain this? Because she's the one on the ground. She's the one campaigning. Us, we're here in the diaspora, so we may not have the first-hand information. We can go on and argue amongst ourselves, but why don't we get it from the horse's mouth?
We are asking
what's happening there now? Just to continue what you were trying to explain on how violent the opposition is.
National ndati ama youths bale bonfya ma political parties kule baile yakwe bati baisa bafwaya ma t-shirts, for example basenda ya UPND babula nama worksuit ama overalls bafwala, then pali ba UPND balaisa tamwaishwat ni nani oyo balaisa joina fika pali abantu abengi palapena tufyongo kulisha ko tufyongo labene bala forefront kwamba kuma abantu at the end of the day bachita capture ba post that moneni ba UPND of balechita. So this is what happened at Changanamai when the Copper Belt Province chairman Elisha Matambo came. So after we got up over Kubachita interrogate until by such disclose that we are just been sent by that commander Kitwe commander we never bachika tapoli Rosimi, the young brother to Pavyuma. Forever pange fyongo most of the time. So yeah, Manzini, Kaya, Katwish, Copper Belty, or more special Sakile constituency. We are in trouble with the Galovo family.
Ever son of violence?
Sana napanon. Them, they don't want anyone to come and stand as MP in Usakile constituency. They always say, Mushuabo, it's like a Chapa family, if they are Tabafo Kulekela Kobapera Kobambi. So apabadiamba ma threats. So nangunikuli inefie. I've been told not to walk alone. Fuyena kwata kubako file kwa security ndesangu akonabo. Bantu, anything can happen to me. It's either vanch abduct file time we say my elections, fiance and they katuishi fiance kutubanchita. So I'm not walking alone. Nangunukia kuchiriro fuyena kwa fimoto kaya isapanga and they senda na ya na wera. Not at in the so publicly neka. Nabanchita ko on otherwise kuno takuli wino. So pali ba MP bakatai ilikuwa alifyongo. So pali na ba police bali ronda. Bali sambo kupitira kula kuine.
Serious
pali na ba police bali ronda. So na uyumwa ichana campaigna na tu campaigna Usakile constituency and ile topinga mu Kitwe district constituency yesu kaitwa kwata 5 constituencies nombe yesu ile topinga second by Kampinsa third Chimwemwe. So
Mr. Casey, Mr. Casey is a very good friend of mine. He's going through, he's going to be the next member of parliament for, so not in any case, some people were trying to try pushangira. But Mary Mofata to some people here, my group members. So maybe that's London said briefly, I don't know about you and how you came into politics, not from what time your community work and from what much to decide you just briefly.
Okay. Kulea baba shingi shive never made mofia. I've been doing utuma community works dia nalipanga ka group kawaiche by youth. Balaba shesta ko nangu fimo kubapanga ko busy belasangwa mufya fyongo fya kutitsika. Ifyo nchitanga kwabo kulichiro balabe ne ba youth na basenda na fwafu kulaba ko batipera kwa kanono ngu 20 30 40 until twapanga certain amount ili yonse twashita kwefya kutwaira kwa abantu pachililonga kuliko na ka change twabashira ukuli abalwele filafine twayako nga tabakweta omuti twabafwaira twabapera apali ama old age people living with disability na bena tulabachita kwa assist filafine through tuba contribution twesufwe bene nga mwaba ko tuma challenges mu community etwale chula na menshi ya malaiti kuma lights walikwete timetable schedule. So kwale baifwati batupera 4 hours. Omba bale tupera thimbi 1 hour na 2 hours bashimia malaiti. So fyonse filia na le kolonga nikafya baiche tien twakwana ka bus twakuzesko twaluisha ko batwasha malaiti. Same applies na kumesh. Same applies na kuma sewer blockages. Na kuma garbage collections. So abengi ofu baishe kwata interest bebele mama I think imokutimu watuwafu wako mchamboli ukuimina as councillor.
Okay.
So kama sasa na declare ati na imini na councillor na wantu bachipokelela. Anista kwa wako mwana kashua imini nako. So if God willing I go through, then I'll be the first female councillor.
Wishing you good luck.
Thank you. I think I'm done. Then I'm a Christian, Never WCF, Women Christian Fellowship, then Never Boys Brigade, Stakea Avana Noma Junior Section, Naveno Kubashako Care Fidia, then I'm a steward at change. So I'm a God-fearing woman.
Perfecto.
Ma?
So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, into that. But at least she's given us an idea of, herself and what's happening on the ground, especially
Mm.
she was given us that information that we needed to understand. And now, gentlemen, let's go to the next topic. If you want to continue on the program, you can continue. But if you have to go, since you got a funeral, that's also fine. So the next topic, guys, is about Garry Nkombo. President, but the president, when he was in Mazabuka, he revealed certain things. And Mr. Macha, you were asked to explain what the president was saying, but you didn't respond. I don't know whether you saw that thing. People were asking, "Where is Mr. Macha? Want him to?" Did you watch that Mazabuka rally, Macha?
Bamacha mwibutuka.
Oh, buddy. Now, maybe he's eating or something. So, Dr. Musanje.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that interview or whatever? What you call it? A rally?
Online, yes. I listened to it.
Yeah. So, what exactly? If you could just explain and translate what the president was saying there.
I think the president was saying that. Oh, sorry.
No. Yeah, we can hear you. You're not.
I'm not muted. Yeah, I'm just my picture is not there.
Let me log off and log on then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the president they have beef between him and Garry Nkombo. He said that Garry Nkombo started a long time ago, even when they were in the opposition. He was challenging him, or there were some squabbles between the two of them. That when the PF were working against the president, Garry Nkombo would be in the evening. He would be drinking with the same people. He mentioned the Kampyongo drinking with Garry Nkombo. Now, if somebody is terrorizing your president, why should you be found drinking with him? That is the question. Is that normal? It's like somebody is going out with your wife, and are you going to just get somebody be a friend with that person who is your friend? So they seem to have some beef, which I didn't understand. But I was told later on that the president was campaigning for the UPND member of parliament candidate. So that the president needed to have said that, because at that time myself, I thought that no. I think we should not be talking about these things where they are distracting us from our main campaign. Yeah, that is what I thought. But I was told that no, the president had to come out to wash the dead linen that has been going on, So it's very, very unfortunate because for people like me, I don't know Garry Nkombo very well, but I hold him in high regard because of what happened. If I think all of you remember, in 2021 during the elections, Judge Chulu was counting votes which were not yet certified or something like that. I don't know what the word is. Yeah, and Garry Nkombo stood up and stopped counting of any votes like that. And it was after that the UPND results started coming, and that's when we won. So I hold Garry Nkombo in a very high regime. So I'm very sorry about what has happened between the two of them. I hope they would find a way to reconcile and forgive each other for whatever happened.
Well said. Vakalinda, welcome to the show. Hello. Vakalinda, are you there?
Hello. I'm right here. As you can see me, I'm on a video today. How's everybody? I'm in Nashville.
Oh,
I see it's a full house.
Yes, it is a full house.
Yeah, it's a full house. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
We got so much. We're on Garry Nkombo right now. When the president went to Mazabuka, he issued some statements, and we're trying to figure out, the questioning here is we're trying to figure out. I mean, Garry Nkombo's political journey. Was those statements when the president went there and said those things? Was he questioning his loyalty? Is he a loyal person, or maybe he's just a political cancer? Maybe, I don't know if that's the right word, but of course.
I mean, you guys, it was on this podcast. When Garry Nkombo was fired, and I said, Garry Nkombo, I don't care which side of the bread is battered. He was cutting it in the cookie jar, and the president just confirmed it, right? During that rally in Mazabuka, right? He confirmed it. So he said he government stuff. He just didn't want to say that he got caught, his fingers got caught stealing the cookie jar in government coffers. And we all say that
again, Wakalinda. Hold on. Say that again.
His fingers were caught in the cookie jar.
In Tonga, what you said in Tonga.
The president said, Wali Awakuta from government coffers. That's what the president said, Wali Awakuta. And the president can't stand the disrespect that's coming from Garry because of, he betrayed the president. Basically, that's what the president said. He betrayed him. He was betrayed. And for Garry, if you see, a few hours before that rally, Garry was seen on a boat on Kafue River. That's his personal boat, flaunting his, wealth in the midst of thousands of his constituents who are barely having a two meal, day service. As a member of parliament, when you know more than half of the people that you have represented in the last year can barely support a meal on a yacht, private yacht that he owns on a river. Oh, come on, Garry. You cannot fight the powers that be. You have to remember that the president has the powers. He's got a machinery. You may have money, and we already know there are claims that Garry was in England not too long ago. One of his sons is doing a master's, and he went and paid £80,000 cash for a master's program in England. Who does that? Who does that? I'm right here struggling to pay my son's tuition fee for $6,000. Garry's gonna go to England and allegedly fork out £80,000 in cash. All I'm saying is there are so many people out there in Mazabuka who also need the chance. He had 20 years. He needs to sit back and enjoy his wealth. What he's doing. We've seen the mansion that is built. That looks like it's a mansion that Brad Pitt lives in Los Angeles. Come on, Beverly Hills. Come on now. Let's be honest with ourselves, people. I'm sorry. It's people like I mean, I'm not going to put him, but because it's shown some respect and going to the president. I'm more alive. People like, is it Moses West now? MP? You know, I mean, come on, 20 years is enough. Let's bring in new people with new ideas. I mean, new people with new ideas. Let's see where they can take these cities. You know, it's too much. You may have loyalty, but sometimes you have to learn when to stop.
Yes,
Exactly.
and one of the thorny issues is that he didn't vote for Bill 7. So there's a difference here now. We don't know who to believe. Garry Nkombo says that he voted for Bill 7. The president said that no, Garry Nkombo did not vote.
The president has
The
got
God,
information on his fingertips.
the Godfather. That's easily we can pull up that record from the parliamentary committee outcomes. You know, you can pull that on online and see who voted and who absconded and who, you know,
Yes.
you can see that.
Yes.
So
We
yeah,
can only,
that's an
you
easy
know,
way.
Kalinda, not to cut you short, but we can only believe on what the president is saying, because
Yes,
the
I believe that
president
the president.
has information on his fingertips. He gets the first class info, even something before it's even published in the news. He already has that information. So we cannot deny the fact that even when the president goes to that extent, then you should know that there's something really wrong.
And we
And
all know that Garry has been fraternizing with people in the PL from
yeah,
May so rest in peace,
I
Ed
heard that.
Kalungu, the two boys, Brad Mundubere, and them. We
Uh-huh.
all know that. It's not a secret. There are pictures.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he
Okay,
hasn't been loyal. And, you
fantastic.
know, sometimes you just have to respect the president. That's what I'm saying.
I understand. But Danny, what's your take?
Okay. For me, I have 5 facets to Garry's problem, our conflict with our president. First of all, people that drink beer hang around with people that drink beer, regardless of their political parties. That's a fact.
All right.
Okay?
Don't. I drink alcohol.
Can
I
I
don't drink. I don't drink with him. He's not my friend.
People who smoke, they hang around with people who smoke. They give each other too much cigarettes. So, talking about drinking, my first cousin was an MP at one time, Chulu Kalima. May his soul rest in peace.
Oh, Chulu Kalima.
Yes. He used to take me to National Assembly Motel. Okay. There are MPs who stay there until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in that motel. And they don't segregate each other. They don't segregate that you are MMD, you are this, nothing. As long as you drink beer, you stay there. They used to stay there until 2 a.m. in the morning at National Assembly Motel. So it's common to see people from different political parties drinking together. That's a fact. Okay. And then for Garry Nkombo, I'm told many people saw him. That there's a sport. I haven't been to Zambia for a long time. There's a sport in Kafue, which is a hot spot for people with money.
He owns that spot. He owns that spot.
Yes, you have to be there. Your family or what? The people with money hang around it in a certain place in Kafue, on the Kafue River. Okay? That is the trend in Zambia. If you have money, you have a boat, you have what, you are always found there. If you are like me, who eats tuma pame, be found there. Okay? So the big boys, the Findlays, the whatever, these people with the private boats and Shanshan, they always go there and they hang around there. They don't talk about politics there. They talk about drinking beer and having fun with their nice boats and everything. So that place is a melting place for Zambians with money, especially politicians that have amassed wealth, whether in the present government or past governments, they are always there. Okay, so when they meet there, they shake hands. Oh yeah, no, your boat is nice. Oh my goodness, where did you get it? Oh, I got it from South Africa. It's only $75,000. Blah blah blah. That's the life at that spot in Kafue. And I know my friends who have money in Zambia. They hang around there with their boats. And when they meet there, there's no whatever. You meet people there. You can't say, oh, you are MMD, you are PF. Don't come near me. No, they shake hands. That's what's happening in Zambia with people with money. Garry Nkombo. Coming to Garry Nkombo, definitely I agree with my wife Kalinda here, who says his hands or fingers went in the cookie jar somewhere. I totally agree with that, in the sense that we know that our friend kept a lot of billions of kwacha in his account for 1 year, 6 months. Who keeps money for 1 year, 6 months? Billions of kwacha. You think there's no interest in that? There was interest. And after 1 year, 6 months, you release the money, you buy the ambulances. He made money out of that delay. It's a fact. Okay? He made money. We should just be factual here. The PS in his ministry knew what he was doing. That's why he was saying, oh, by February, I will definitely, because he knew that Garry has the money. He was promising that by February, we'll buy the ambulances. We promised the ambulances will be here. And Garry was holding the money somewhere. And what interest out of that money? Definitely. And that's the president knows the flat fact. Okay? You get $22 billion, whatever, how many billions of kwacha you got, and you keep it for 1 year, 6 months. You don't buy the ambulances, but you don't buy the police Land Cruisers and everything. And then you come and give it back, and all of a sudden the ambulances appear. Okay, after 1 year, 6 months. So it's very, very important for us to know that the president has been very, very subtle, whatever they use that word, subtle in his criticism. He's just talking about those social gatherings of Garry with the PF people and all that. But that is superficial. He's just trying to justify that but the real thing is that Garry got money, and that's why he said walia jabonwa walia. When someone tells you that you have enjoyed, it's enough. It means he knows that this boy has been stealing, he has been chewing the money, and it's enough. Let him go. Okay, so that's to me, that's it. If you would push the president, he would review those type of details. But now he has those facts about him at Kafue Marina, whatever they call it, him being in National Assembly until 2 a.m. with the PF people. That's what they do. Even the president Lungu said, I don't drink with him. People drink, hang around with people drink, regardless of their political affiliation. So the real thing here is Garry got money out of the government system. And the president is just being polite to him by talking about that social gathering stuff. The truth is that when he said, 20 years you have been eating on Zambian people, he knows he has been stealing for these years. He hasn't been doing anything in his constituency. He has just been enjoying. Garry's house is one of the best homes in Zambia. One of the best houses in Zambia.
Seriously?
So, yes.
I've never seen
one
it.
of the best homes in Zambia. If you have to rank homes in Zambia, Garry's will be one of the top 10 houses in Zambia. He's enjoying. He's having fun. And after this ministerial position, he's even got more money now. He's buying. He bought a yacht from South Africa. It's a yacht. It is 3 decks. Okay, so it's a lot of stealing going on here, and the president is just being good to him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ramacha, are you there now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's your contribution on this topic, sir?
I had left. I was doing something.
Oh,
just give me like a quick heads up.
Well, we're talking about Garry Nkombo and the Mazabuka issue. Of course, when the president went to Mazabuka, he issued some statements, and people were asking to say, "Where's Ramacha to interpret this issue for us?"
Oh, to interpret the issue.
Yes, and just the whole surrounding the Garry Nkombo, President HH, beef. I don't know, we can call it beef, but the revelations that were now being, given by the president to say Garry Nkombo may have not been a truly UPND member, because he came from, is it MMD or I don't know where he came from, and he just joined and was given a chance, And then now, it seems like, his hands were caught in a cookie jar, like Bakalinda is saying. Okay. So what is your take on that one?
Yeah, Garry Nkombo has fallen out of favor of the president. He's fallen off the president's favor. Basically, he must have been living in a glass house, Then he throws the stones. And whoever lives in a glass house shouldn't. He knew what he was doing. He could have just become the man we knew that he defended the party. But again, it never happened that way. Then to be called the chungutwe, someone who shumfa, munshololwa, tumbu munshololwa. Yes. So the president again somehow has to tone down. It's campaign time, we know. Everyone has their mistakes. He was a bit hard on Garry anyway. Yeah, he was too hard. Because it appears as if Garry was the only black sheep, There are many, but on Garry, he went too hard on him. He could have just let him, let him exercise his democratic right, He's an independent. He has chosen that way. We shall meet in the ballot box. Yeah, he became too hard, and maybe for a head of state, to attack an individual in his area where he's standing as a candidate, that was too much.
No, but much, I think we need to look at it on a different angle. Garry Nkombo was considered HH's right-hand man.
Yes.
Okay. He was very, very well respected and within the party, even HH himself. But you can imagine when somebody that you trust betrays you, that's the reaction you get. That's why the president is reacting in this manner. You've never seen the president reacting in this manner with anybody else, but only Garry Nkombo. Why? It's because he was considered somebody who had his best interest, and somebody that can be his right-hand man, But I'm going to give a conclusion on this one, but I want to hear from who else has it? Is anybody who hasn't spoken on this one?
I haven't spoken. I was listening, waiting for you guys to speak.
Go ahead, Bakazia.
For me, this is a very sad moment for our democratic systems. And remember when Garry was fired, we had a conversation. Go back to that conversation which we had, and some of the reasons that you colleagues were saying. One of it was that I raised that he probably had his fingers in the cookie jar. You colleagues, I will cite you. You were very apprehensive. Never done. Very apprehensive about the reasons. I said, you guys have created reasons the president has not said. Even today, you are repeating the reasons the president has never told anyone publicly. You are insinuated, created this at, he was caught in a cookie jar. The president is not telling us, but this is what he's saying. No. Let's take the president based on his words alone, not on what we think is behind it. What if we are wrong? Because he has never told you the reasons that you have actually thrown at Garry. Me, I'm the one who raised that this system, what you see, is bordering on corruption. The issue of ambulances not being seen. I even went through to tell you colleagues how the procurement process comes in. You were saying, it's okay, the ambulances are going to come later. You defended that position at the point in time. This should be a very big lesson, a very big lesson to the people that think that they can they have the best interest of the president, or the president has their best interest. This is not one of those. If Garry, who Bamusanji was talking about, can be treated that way, he was a darling to all of you guys that are here. Today, see the things you are saying he did. See the things you are describing him. Garry, your own darling, you are describing him that way today because he has fallen out of favor with the president. The president goes to insult his mother. Yet here you go, colleagues from UPND, you can't defend him. That is bad language. You will not tolerate. You don't even talk about it about Dan. Quiet, Bakalinda, quiet. You have not talked about that. How can the president, the entire president, raise and say things about someone's mother like that?
What did he say? I don't know about that one. Which one?
I was going to tell you in Tonga because I don't know how to pronounce it. And okay, even if I can tell you that.
Okay, he must have gone to an extent.
Are you telling me that the whole president insulted Garry Nkombo's mother? No, I don't believe it.
He went to an extent of talking about mother. Can I come in?
Excuse me. When you guys were talking, I was quiet, all of you.
Okay, so go ahead. I'm just raising a question because I didn't hear that. But then continue.
He wants me to say.
Explain what that.
No. Let him finish, and then you can explain to us exactly. Let him continue. Finish.
If I misinterpreted it, my apologies. Bamacha is going to actually explain it. But if my interpretation of that word is that is a demeaning word that you should never use on anybody, especially that it involves the mother, I would not tolerate that where I come from. But if it is something that is within the tolerable words that the president can use, so be it. That is the second one. You are talking about 20 years of Garry. Meanwhile, Jackie Wimbu is there. 27 years. Or 20 years, whatever time. He is there. What are you saying? So Jack Wimbu should also go. In the same manner we are talking about Garry. Garry is 20 years, but Garry found Jackie Wimbu in parliament. And yet he has been adopted. And you colleagues are quiet about that. But for Garry, it is 20 years in Aliasana. Oh, he has bought a yacht, he has done that. What do others own? Have we ever had a lifestyle audit? No. Even the president said it when he was in opposition. There will be, first of all, declaration of assets. No one will be ever minister without declaration of assets. And the president himself, what has happened? Zero. Nothing of that has happened. So, Garry is a lesson to all of you people, especially those that have jumped from PF and going to join UPND and thinking that they're going to be all the best of the world. I wish you luck. I wish them luck. But this is a lesson. The president is a president for all Zambians. And the fact is that the president must be our leader. He is not an omnipotent person who we must not talk about. No. We have a right. We pay for his services. We deserve better. We can question what he's saying. So to think how and this is why we created dictators everywhere. We are creating dictators. It's this system of saying, oh, it's the president. Therefore, president. What and that president? Look at the profanity that is coming out of his mouth. We must not allow this. We must remind him, leader, you are our leader. We love you. You are our president. You oversee all of us here. But don't use this language. Oh, these are just boys. Oh, these are useless. Oh, these are idiots. This is what. This is a language.
Now you're going too far. The president doesn't use profanity. One, he's a Christian.
I'm giving an example of bad language. I'm not saying what
if he says that these boys, is that an insult?
Why can't you keep quiet, please, for once?
No, but you are lying. We can't accept that.
After you finish my life, you can say this and this is a lie. You don't interject and stop someone.
No, you are lying. We can't allow you to lie. But just say the truth and don't lie.
You to lie and respect you. And then
go ahead.
Do not say I was giving an example of bad language that is coming in our country. It's not just him that is saying. He's setting the tone for profanity. He's setting the tone for profanity. You understand? He's setting the tone for profanity. He has insulted before. We have heard him insult. We have heard that. So you cannot say, oh, he has not insulted that. We are saying he should not be doing it. It doesn't mean that, oh, he's continuously doing it. It's sporadically it comes out where he demeans other people. We are expecting better than him. But then he's not giving us that. And that is why you see the opposition going after that. And they have every right, and it's a democratic party. So Brian Mundiri and Makebi Zulu, if Zambians want them, let them come. If they don't want them, so be it, people will decide. But every time that we are having the conversation, let him bring the ideas of why he wants to take the country forward. But not to start talking about other people, Garry Nkombo. The only offense is to be independent. That is the offense that Garry has done. And Garry is also making a mistake, thinking that, oh, if he goes after the other opposition, if he wins, he has told them, he's coming after him. And you will see what will happen. Well, we will be here, we'll come and tell you, what did I tell you? Because we must tell the president should not be a tyrant in the way he does things. We must be corrected within our laws. We must speak about his administration. We must criticize him. We must condemn him when we are not happy. When he does something good, we must praise him for it. And they say, this is the direction we want, Mr. President. Not to go and start appease our president every time we want to praise, yeah, worship, praise and worship.
Moderate now,
Okay, so, okay, fantastic. You've given your points, even though most of them are 90% live. What are we going to do? Vamacha, can you now explain what insult to the president? Did the president insult Garry Nkombo's mom? Is that true?
To associate someone's disability with the way he was born, that links it to the mother. He talked about his eyes, yes, the way he looks, his eyes. That connects it to the mother, and that's where my friend Chandakazia is bitter. I'm also bitter on it because I'm disabled as well. I don't feel good when someone talks about my disability because I didn't choose to be born from that mother. Then the insult part is very, very serious. Wabamensabanyogo, wabamensabanyogo, wabadi abanogo, those things.
What is that now?
Okay, but it's not me now. Imagine I'm speaking. It's not me now saying it. Yeah, wabamensabanyogo simply means walala na banoko, motherfucker. Ifyofine muchitonga. Then all those, they are serious insults. They are unpresidential. Now, Mr. Chanda, are we together here? I'm siding with him. That language is unpresidential. We want him to tone down and be the good man who has saved Zambia from the lion, the teeth of the jaws of a lion.
Sorry, guys, it's your platform.
He's a very good man. He's a very good man, but his language is it's not good. He can do better than that. Yes.
Okay.
Mwalenga natukana nokutukana mfuati nondorole. Mulesha kone tundu fimbi. Mwajifira mwewene.
Okay, no, okay, hold on. I want to hear from a second opinion here. I want to hear. No, hold on. You have already said
you had the chance to.
You had the chance. So now it's time for us to analyze what you said and explain it. You know, some of us may not be fluent in Tonga, but we've got our own brothers here that can explain it. Now, Vadani.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? I didn't hear it myself. I don't know, so I cannot comment on it. I don't know.
There's a term that we use in Ila Tonga, whatever, which means definitely, if you directly translate it in English, yes, it means you have slept with your mom. But I agree with Vamacha and I agree with Chandakazia in the sense that the language, especially Chandakazia, when he says the language, the tone of his language is not presidential. I don't expect that type of language from my president. The other one he used in Namwala, okay? He used it 5 times, maybe 4 or 5 times. It wasn't directed at anybody. It's a Tonga thing to say, I'm your son. Okay, he was trying to tell the Ila people that I'm your son of the land. You are the one, there's a Tonga thing which said, it means that I'm a product of your ejaculate. You know what I mean? That language, you know that I'm a product of your sperm. You don't use that. You don't use that type of thing. Like he was implying the Ila people that I'm a product of your ejaculate. Imagine, that's so deep. To say I'm a product of your sperm, like that. It's not right for a president to say that. I know. And he also, what I've observed about my president is that he loves to praise himself. Amunkambire. That language is repeated. He repeats it everywhere, all the time. You praises come from people to you. You don't praise yourself. My president right now praises himself too much. I don't like it. You don't do that. That's sarcasm to tell people that, oh, I'm the best of the best. That's what he's always saying on the forum. Don't do that, Mr. President. I'm the best of the best. I'm the cream of the cream. He says that all the time. Clap for me because I'm the best of the best.
Cream de la cream.
The cream de la cream. People should say that to you. You don't stand on the podium and say, I'm the cream of the cream. Don't do that. That's what he does all the time. That means I'm the best amongst all of you. It's not right. Napua.
Okay. I think we got a clear view. Gentlemen, let's talk about developmental issues now. I think we've talked about so many negatives, this, Garry, this, what. Let's talk about the positives. Okay? Yeah. Let's talk about the positives, what's been happening, how the economy is moving from now going forward. What does the next 5 years look like for the UPND? So what are we projecting? And of course, I think we all know. We just saw, Chisamba phase 2 being commissioned. I think you saw that, the solar power plant that was just, the phase 2. So the first one was 100, it was commissioned. Second one is phase 2, another 100. So in total, Chisamba alone has got 200
from the air.
200 megawatt of power that will be distributed into the national grid. How will that affect the Zambia's economy? What are we, is this the president's idea of making Zambia one of the largest, power producers, exporter, and all in the next coming decade? So, gentlemen, who wants to go first on this one?
Mr. Chanda Kazia should be the first one.
Oh, you want him to be the first one? Okay.
Yes. We can say there was no network. You disappear.
Chanda Kazia, are you there?
I am always here.
Before he disappears.
That is going to run away.
Before he runs away.
I am not in Zambia where there is no network.
Hey, today.
Which you guys have actually destroyed.
Okay, today. You can say anything.
UPND usually has very good plans. They never just do what they say. What you would say and what you would do are different. That's why the only problem why you have to that is why even the change of government is being proposed, is because when you say this, you end up doing the next. You have no consistency. UPND has no consistency. If you had consistency, this election would have been done. Back down that no, these guys are doing what they should do. The problem is when you say one thing, you do the next. And that is one of the reasons why UPND has to be excused, so that they can go and watch as others come in, and then they can come with a better idea. UPND's plans are always good. I must tell you that. If you look at the 2021 manifesto to 2026, perfect, brilliant. You go there line by line, you see those things if they were done. But no, what you said and what you do, different. So even now, you talk about, imagine if we had 10 international airports in Zambia, what that would be. Imagine that if we had the universities in each of the provinces in Zambia. Imagine what that would do. Just think of it. It would transform. Imagine if the road network was connected to every part of the country. Imagine if we had 3 million tons of copper.
Vakazia.
Chill.
Did you listen to the question?
The question.
You will
Examine
follow the topic.
Instruction is part of the
Don't
exam.
jump around and talk about other things that we did ask.
You see, that's where the problem is. You want to structure how I'm thinking and what I'm understanding.
No, but
Instruction is part of the exam.
solar. And
but let's talk about developmental things, isn't it? It's not what is it? Is that what?
What I said was,
Name them, Kairi. Name the developments.
Chisamba. Look. The thing was this. I said Chisamba phase 2.
Okay. What
solar power plant has just been commissioned.
Look at it.
Chisamba is now one of the largest
look at this.
alternative energy sources in Zambia.
If you want to talk, we move from land. And for one general question, and you gave one example.
Give us more examples now. What more examples?
Ramata, in this conversation, you did not itemize what we're talking about. You said development, that's why we're going. And in the first line of your development, you talked about solar. That's what you want. So I want to comment. What did I say? I want us to give you a general comment and then come to the lines that you are there. The general comment about development and your plans for development. Because you even gave a time frame. Because the problem is that when you start doing this, you confuse somebody's thought process because of your constant interjection.
No, but look, on a serious note, I think we want to discuss in terms of energy first. Let's concentrate on energy.
Look at this, Madam. You make the conversation look very, very uncoordinated and amateurish. Because when you question and say, okay, this person should talk, you let the person talk, he finishes, then you correct him and you point out the things that he has said. Then that's how we move. Now, every time I say something that you don't like or something like, then you want to jump in and you correct it. And then I end time trying to tell you to keep quiet, I should talk.
No, go ahead, because you are saying other things that we're not discussing. Go ahead.
This is my interpretation of the UPND, your plans for development from 2026 going to 2031. That is what I was telling you about to say. I'm plans Mulanda. If you land information, these are some of the things that are legacy. You are talking about future, not talking about the current. You're talking about 2026. And I'm saying, plan, like for instance, if you look at the manifesto that you guys have produced right now going to 2030, you usually have good things, but you don't do them. And I went back to 2022. I say you don't do them. Mukalande people mche plan pakufisa mwachita pimbi echilengo ko bati abane yambeni pona imwe ni mfume because of that inconsistency. The solar project is a good thing. Everyone knows when you do the solar but it's not the main thing. Solar projects have been told you launched like every constituency who have a solar solar plant. 2024. How many have been created out of 150 constituencies? How many have been done? So when I tell you to say, yes, Mulande fin too much Fimbi, that is what I mean. So what is the energy platform is, yes, it looks good, but the point is that you can't do them.
Anyway, but Danny.
Hey, so Chandagazia, I've discussed this with him many times about our way of doing things in Africa in general and Zambia to be specific. There was in the United Nations, I think there was one of these United Nations Secretary General who said that if you want to find the best written policies, go to Africa. He said it in United Nations. African countries, in those files you see in Chandagazia's offices, they are well written. Very well written.
I've missed the last move.
Zambia, Zambia, Zambia.